everybody, welcome to Real American Cougar. We're on episode number 9, and I'm going to share with you some research that I have done. I'm really big into research. My job has always required quite a bit of research, and I like to learn new things, and we're going to revisit WikiHow this time again. And this article is for the ladies. The first article that I looked at and shared with you was for men. It was how to know if a woman is a cougar. This one is how to become a cougar with pictures. You're going to love the pictures, let me tell you. I'm even going to put the link to this article in the description below so that you can read the article and you can enjoy the pictures, because you are going to love the pictures. I have this strange attraction to WikiHow, strange fascination with it ever since I read the first one and shared the first one with you. And their motto is, see why people trust WikiHow. I'm still trying to see why people trust WikiHow, so I'm giving them another shot. So we're going to go over with how to become a cougar with pictures. And WikiHow says that it's all about the attitude, and with the right attitude and confidence and the right look, you will get that one-way ticket to Cougar Town. Now, if you're not familiar with Cougar Town was a sitcom starring Courtney Cox. She played a 40-year-old divorcee, and I'm sure that it's nowhere near what some of us real American cougars live, but this is what they're telling us in WikiHow. We're going to get this one-way ticket to Cougar Town, and it's all about the attitude, because if you own it, no one will judge you. Well, let's just get into the article. This was a 3-part article. It took me a while to read it. It took me a while to kind of relate to what was in the article. But we'll start with the first part, and that is getting the look. The first part was getting the look. I don't know for sure what they mean by getting the look, because I don't know any look that they describe for cougars, except that stereotypical wearing tight clothes, trying to look young, trying to wear too much makeup. The first thing they mention is don't look like a 20-year-old, and I will agree with that. Don't look like a 20-year-old if you're 40 or 50 or older. You will never, ever look like a 20-year-old again at that age. I don't think you will. But look, you don't want to look like something you're not. You want to own your age. Own it. I own my age. I've been through a lot. I've earned all this gray hair. I've earned every wrinkle, and I don't mind being the age I am. I'm very happy being the age I am, and I don't want to look any younger than what I am. So I agree with that. The next thing is choose a new haircut. Okay, you decide to become a cougar. And that kind of gets me to is, why would anyone decide to be a cougar? You would have to stay single till you were at least 40 to be a cougar. You would have to have screwed up so many relationships that you were still single at that age. I might have a little bit of experience there. But I don't understand why anyone would choose to be a cougar and why they would read something telling them how to be one. But choose a new haircut is number 2. And the first thing they suggest is covering your gray. Okay? Get highlights and cover your gray hair. A year and a half ago, I let my gray hair grow out, and I'm very happy with it. I've got a lot of compliments about it from men and women. I feel very comfortable with it. It's natural. I don't have to mess with it. It doesn't take me so much time. So, I guess you can be gray and confident if you are confident in yourself. But they're saying you don't want to look like Martha Stewart. Now, listen. Martha Stewart is a badass, let me tell you. Martha Stewart lost millions of dollars, went to jail, got back out, and is still on top. And talk about cougar, who wouldn't want to cook dinner with Snoop Dogg? Come on. So don't give me that about Martha Stewart. You know, Martha's okay in my book. So, you know, I think it doesn't really matter a whole lot what you look like, as long as you wear nice, decent clothes that look good on you, and you have confidence in what you look like and what you wear and what color your hair is. And if you're just comfortable with yourself, I think that's the first thing. Be comfortable with yourself. The next thing is update your wardrobe. I'll go along with that. We shouldn't keep clothes that are too young for us. We shouldn't keep clothes that don't fit us anymore. I give a lot of things away. I go through my clothes every so often, and I give a lot of things away. Things that I haven't worn in a long time, things that don't really fit me the way they used to, or just things that I'm tired of. I give a lot of things away. And WikiHow says that you need to be runway ready. Okay, I don't think I've ever been runway ready in my entire life. I don't know that there's any place around here where I could go to buy clothes that would be runway ready. I don't like to spend a lot of money on clothes. I don't like to spend a lot of money unnecessarily. But I think that you can find clothes that you will look nice in and be attractive in without spending a lot of money. They're saying that you should wear clothes that accent your toned body, your slimness or your curves if you're curvy. It's okay to wear clothes that show off your curves as long as you're trim and svelte. Okay. Well, I will never be trim and svelte. Never was, never will be. But I think I can look pretty good when I go out. The next one is get in shape. Go to the gym. Just enough to feel good about yourself. I don't go to the gym. I feel very good about myself. I feel good that I'm active. I feel good that I'm healthy. I feel good that I have friends and I have male friends and that we get along. We have good relationships. I don't think I need to go to the gym to feel good about myself, but that's WikiHow is telling you should go to the gym enough to feel good about yourself. And let me tell you something. Men that love women don't care about their size or their shape or how much they weigh. Men love women of all sizes and shapes. So go to the gym, I think, is kind of taking for granted that all women who are older are overweight and unattractive and need to work out and get that 20-year-old body back. And let me tell you, you'll never be 20 again. You can't go home again, and I doubt you'll get the 20-year-old body back. But if you're confident with the way you look, there's no reason that you have to go to the gym. That's my feeling on that. Attitude. The second part is the right attitude. They're saying that WikiHow says that you need to be independent emotionally, financially. That's fine. I am independent financially. I am independent pretty much emotionally. I would like to have somebody to rely on once in a while, but I pretty much take care of everything on my own, and I feel that my attitude, and I'm very confident because I can be self-reliant. I know that I can take care of myself. I know that if something happens, I am it, and I do have the ability to take care of it on my own. So I feel that independence is a good attribute to have. Financial independence, that's great. Everybody should have something that they can do to take care of themselves. You never know what's going to happen. So financial independence is important. In WikiHow, they're talking about how you need to be confident and know in the fact that if you choose the right haircut and you wear the right wardrobe and you go work out at the gym and you get yourself all in shape, that you will have men drooling over you, quote unquote. WikiHow says it's a big turn on for young men that you don't need them. You have everything you need and you don't need them, and they feel that it's a very big turn on for men. Some people are not happy feeling that they aren't needed. Some people want to be needed. Some people want to be part of something. Also, they just, it's a turn on for men if you don't want a commitment, says WikiHow. And I don't know, I'm not a man, I don't know exactly how they would feel about that. Maybe some guys don't want a commitment, and that's fine. But I don't think it necessarily is a big deal to men that you don't want to be in a relationship with them, and they're just going to go out with you and let that be that. I don't think there's that many men out there that are that self-absorbed. So I don't agree with that part. they're telling you that you don't need the people, you don't have to commit, don't worry about the feelings of someone else. Other people's feelings don't count, that you should not be responsible, you should not feel guilty about the feelings of other people. And I find that kind of callous. I think that as far as myself, relating to other people, I cannot be totally callous about other people's feelings. I really don't go out of my way to hurt anyone. I don't intentionally hurt anyone. I just don't feel that you have to be uncaring and that you have to treat people like you don't need them and treat them like they're just nobody to be a cougar. I just don't get that. I don't get that, WikiHow. Somehow, I don't get that. I think there's nothing wrong with considering other people and being considerate. I think there's nothing wrong with common courtesy. As a matter of fact, I think that being considerate and having some common courtesy and being polite is probably a big attraction for a lot of people. I think that attracts more people to you if you have a nice personality, if you're easy to get along with. I don't know too many men who have ever talked about going out and looking for a bitch and wanting to be a bitch. I'm telling you, most people don't want people that are going to give them a hard time. I don't want people that are going to give me a hard time. So I really don't agree with the attitude part of the WikiHow article. I think that, like the old saying goes, you're going to get more flies with honey than you are with vinegar. So I think a little bit of happiness and a little bit of trust and a little bit of caring goes a long way. They say that you should just shrug off rejection. Who cares? Who cares how you feel about other people? Who cares what you've done? I'll go along with that to a point. I think that a lot of what happens in our lives is nobody else's business. It doesn't need to be anybody else's business unless we make it somebody else's business. A lot of things don't need to be shared, and you're not lying if you don't share everything with somebody. That's not lying. There are some things that you just are personal and you want to keep to yourself. However, WikiHow says that you should talk about all your experiences and you can talk about all the things that you've done, and you should just talk about personal details. They don't want you to talk about your baggage. It's kind of contradictory. They're saying toss your baggage, but they're still telling you, you should talk about different things. You can talk about your experience. You can talk about past relationships. You can exude confidence by talking about your experiences, everything that you have done, everything that you have accomplished. I agree with that. If somebody is interested in what you do, one of the first things somebody asks somebody on a date or when they're getting to know someone is, well, what do you do? What do you do for a living? I think it's okay to tell people what you've done for a living, how long you've done it, if you're proud of it, and why. But I don't think that you need to spill every detail to every person when you meet them. What are you going to... All right, so you're going to be out there. You're going to start talking about everything. You're going to bring up these different details to impress someone. Okay, so I've been arrested twice. I've had a near-death experience. People are going to think that you're a crackpot if you sit there telling them all the details of your life that are personal details that nobody really needs to know. They're going to wonder, where is this person coming from? I mean, that would be my first impression of someone. I would not be impressed. I would be like, this person is really strange, and I don't think I'm going to go on a second date. I think that you can talk about things. You can talk about general things, what you do, and different places you've traveled and things like that. But I really don't think you need to do a lot of talking to be impressive. Sometimes it's better to know when to be quiet. There's times that you don't need to talk. Sometimes when people talk just to fill in time, it comes out even worse than if they just said nothing at all. So you'll choose your words wisely. You want to still be considerate. You want to still consider other people's feelings, and you want to still be a likable person. Exude confidence. They think that you can exude confidence by talking about all your experiences while you're wearing that tight dress and those stiletto heels. I suppose I could be confident if I could walk in those heels. I'd be pretty confident. That would boost my confidence if I could walk in 6-inch stiletto heels, but I just can't do that. I think there's better ways to exude confidence. Be comfortable with yourself. Accept yourself. There's a saying, and there is a whole book that's called Thoughts Become Things. And one thing I have found out, how to boost your confidence and how to get to where you want to be in life and how to have more self-respect for yourself and take care of yourself, is that you manifest things on your own by acting as if it has already happened. So if you want to be confident, say you want to get a promotion at work, and you want to be confident and you're working toward getting this promotion at work, this is an example. You act like you already got that promotion. You act like you are already in that place. You act like you already had the exhilaration of getting that promotion and being trusted enough to have that. And as you already act like this has already happened, you will appear more confident and you will feel more confident. So thoughts become things. So if you want to be more confident in your appearance and in yourself, just act like it's already happened. It's a great stress breaker. It's a great anxiety lifter. If you just go ahead and act like, well, I feel like I'm doing very well in my job, and I'm doing very well at home, and I'm earning my money, and I look great, and you'll put your shoulders back, and you'll put your head up, and you'll smile more, and you'll have confidence because you're going to act like you already have it, and that's going to help you have it. So you don't need to sound impressive. You don't need to tell every detail. I don't think people are going to be impressed by every detail that you tell them. Another thing that they bring out is you need to stop worrying about other people's feelings, feeling guilty about other people's feelings, or responsible for other people's feelings. WikiHow says that you should always be in control of the relationship. That, I don't understand that. I think that nobody should really be in total control of a relationship. I think that two people should share the responsibility and compromise, not be in control. Just because you're a cougar doesn't mean that you're there to push everybody around and tell everybody what to do, and it's got to go your way or no way, or you might find out that you just might not have all those men drooling over you, and you might not have all those dates because your attitude just plain, I don't want to say it, it just plain does. So you have to be a little responsible for other people. Everything you do affects somebody else. You can't just go like a bull in a china shop and do whatever you want to do, no matter what anybody else thinks. People's feelings get hurt. People get bad images of you. They might get a bad opinion of you just for your attitude. And you don't need a bad opinion of you just for your attitude or things that you say, try to impress. It's very easy to get along with people just being natural and just being yourself. I find that just being myself, being natural, getting along with people, I end up meeting a lot of friends. I end up meeting a lot of guys. I end up meeting a lot of women friends. I make good, friendly relationships just by being a normal, kind, good person to know. Some of the other attributes that they brought out in this article, I'm just going to keep this short because there's way, way too much to go over. I was just totally drained. By the time I was done reading this article, I just couldn't believe it. They brought out different things about how the predatory stereotype comes with these women that go out to clubs. Don't feel bad about going clubbing looking for younger men. Well, if you have children and you leave them at home and they don't like it that you're going out clubbing to meet other men, they might feel that the other person, you're spending more time with someone else than you are with them. And that's one consideration. That's where you do need to consider other people's feelings. If you're going out and you're putting yourself out there and you're not spending enough time with your family and the people that really do matter, then that is something to consider. Talk about showing new guys the ropes. I don't think we need to show young guys anything. I think young guys aren't stupid. I think that they have their own experiences. It's not a fantasy for me to go find some young guy who is a virgin and just and take their virginity and show them how it goes. That is not my fantasy, not at all. And they're making it sound like in this WikiHow article that is the fantasy of every older woman cougar, to go out and pray. They actually called part of this article "Hunting Your Prey." I don't think that it's necessary to hunt your prey. I don't think anybody should be treated as prey. If you want to go out and meet people, I think that's fine. But you really need to be considerate of other people. Don't hunt your prey. Don't prey on young guys who don't know any better. I would never prey on someone's naivety. Never. It's happened to me in the past. It is not funny. It is not nice. I just would not prey on someone's naivety. I want to have a relationship, and I think that most cougars, most of the mature women that I talk to, they're not out there looking for just throwaway relationships. Find some young guy, have sex with them, and throw them away. I just don't think that's a good way to go through life. But this is pretty much how the article ended up at the end, where it said, hunting your prey. I think that this article really can educate you on the stereotype of the cougar lifestyle. I don't think this article had a whole lot of useful information. I don't think that it really, I don't think that it brought out the cougar lifestyle in a way that most mature women would like it to be brought out. But I'm going to leave that up to you. The last time I went over a WikiHow article, I got a lot of comments and a lot of people really didn't care for what I had to say about it. But this is how I care. This is what I think about this WikiHow article. And read it through. If you can make it through the whole thing, good luck to you. Read it through, see what you think, look at the pictures, because I'll tell you what, you're going to love the pictures more than the article. I really enjoy the pictures. But I really feel that this is the kind of an article, this is the kind of thing that furthers the cougar stereotype that a lot of us mature women don't feel is realistic. I don't feel it was realistic. Go ahead and read it, see what you think. That's our little bit of research for today's episode. And I just wanted to bring that out there. And I just want to tell you, be very careful reading different articles online and different things. Everything you read is not exactly so. Everything you read or see online is not exactly the real truth about a real experience. So I'm here to tell you that you can be a good, mature woman. You can be kind to people. You can treat them right. You don't have to talk about yourself. I think that's a turnoff. To me, somebody who talks about themselves is a turnoff. You don't have to wear younger clothes. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to worry about your weight. Men love women of all shapes and sizes. And it's very true. Just look around you. Men have their own preferences. They don't always want that skinny woman. Some men may be into little skinny girls. Some men be into very voluptuous women. We can't just say that they're looking for one certain type. I think that your attitude in being confident, being self-reliant, that's going to make you more attractive to people in general. Having a nice attitude, easygoing, not ready to just cut off other people and not consider their feelings. I just don't think that that's a very good way to live life and a very happy way to live life. So read the article. Tell me what you think. We'll be coming at you again next week with another episode from the Lost Recording Studio, the Real American Cougar. So look forward to that. Read the article. Enjoy the pictures. And see you next week. Peace out.